of project evaluation. Today we'll discuss future oath method, another alternative method of project evaluation. So we are going to discuss project evaluation methods, same project evaluation methods, but the method we are going to discuss today is a new method, and that is future oath method. Future oath method, let me tell you before I start, the same question that we solved under present oath method, the same question can also be solved under future oath method. Correct. So the same kind of questions you are also going to get. Means some data will be given regarding cost or revenue, and same question will be asked at the end. Should this investment be made or should this machine be purchased? All the same questions you'll be asked to answer, but if it is future oath method, then the modus operandi of future method will be different from present oath method. The procedure of solution you had for present oath method is going to be different from what you will be doing in future oath method. Correct. So that is why. So you'll have to read the question properly if question is asking present oath or future oath, because accordingly the solution procedure will be very different. So that is why keep that in mind. And since I'm going to start, those who are interested, please please focus to understand. Not at all difficult, but unless you focus, you may not understand. So please focus. This is my request. Those who are interested, because you see, this from this unit alone, you'll be getting around 30 marks of question. All numericals, you'll be getting around 30 or 25, at least 25 marks you'll be getting from this unit itself, unit 3. So please concentrate to understand. So now, what is future oath method, or as I said, what is the modus operandi of future oath method? That is written in the very first 2-3 lines. As you can see, the FW method helps to obtain the equivalent oath of. I need one more confirmation. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So the future oath method, just a second, let me bring in the highlighter. The future oath method helps to obtain the equivalent oath of cash flows at the end of the lifespan of a project rather than at its beginning. The FW method helps to obtain the equivalent oath of cash flows at the end of the lifespan of a project rather than at its beginning. Now, this statement highlights the modus operandi of future oath method. This statement also highlights the difference between present oath method and future oath method. Correct. If you have understood present oath method that I have already finished discussing, you'll find that this statement, as I said, talks about what is future oath method, in what we are going to do in future oath method. Secondly, how this future oath method is different from present oath method. Because just recall your understanding of memory, whatever, on present oath method. What is present oath method? If we'll have to make a similar statement on present oath method, that statement will be, for example, I'm just reading and I'll differ, because I'm going to make a statement, similar statement on present oath method that we have already discussed. The PW, I'll say PW instead of FW. The PW method helps to obtain the equivalent oath of, here I'll insert a word, equivalent oath of future cash flows at the beginning, if at all I'll make a statement on present worth method, that will be this statement, that the PW method helps to obtain the equivalent worth of cash flows, equivalent worth of future cash flows at present. If I'll make that statement, that will be correct statement, because you see, why am I devoting so much of time? Because you need to understand the difference between present worth and future worth method. Now I'm telling it in much simpler language so that you can understand. In present worth method, remember, recall what we did. In present worth method, we were only interested in doing one thing. And what is that thing? Any cash flows occurring in future after 2 years, after 5 years, or consecutive for 10 years or 20 years, we were primarily concerned with asking only one question, and that question was, what is its value at present? 5 साल बाद 100 रुपए मिलेंगे. We used to ask a question, what is its value at present? 10 साल बाद 50,000 रुपए खर्चा होंगे. We were only interested in knowing what is its present value. आज से लेके अगले 15 साल तक कुछ पैसे खर्चा होंगे, 50,000 रुपए हर साल खर्चा होंगे. We were interested in asking a single question, what is its present worth? So any cash flow that was occurring in future, be it expenditure, be it revenue, we were interested in knowing one thing, and that is, what is the value of that future cash flow at present, because the method's name was present worth method. Correct. Now, since we are going to discuss about future worth method, we will be interested in knowing just the reverse thing. And what is that? This statement makes it clear. FW method helps to obtain the equivalent worth of cash flows at the end of the lifespan of a project. Even if I wipe out this rather than at its beginning, that statement will remain as it is. There will be no change in that statement. This phrase rather than at its beginning has been inserted to mark a distinction between present worth and future worth method. Else, if you take out this phrase rather than at its beginning, there is no problem of a project, full stop. So what we are going to do under future worth method, any cash flows that is occurring after 1 year or 2 years, after 3 years or 4 years, we are interested in knowing only one thing, what is its value at the end of the lifespan of a project. Correct. So abhi jitna bhi theory bol do shayad samajh mein na aaye, but if we'll do few numericals, things will be very clear. And the initial two, it's not about the initial two numericals that you see, question number 6 and the next question is question number 7. That is not on project evaluation exactly. These two are here to make you familiar with the formula. To make you familiar with the formula, these two numericals have been solved, and you are going to make use of these two formulas. Correct. Unless you concentrate, you may not understand. So please concentrate. Look at this question, and this you already know. This you already know from your school days, and we have also discussed that in the class. Rupees 2,000 will be invested this year at 12% compound rate of interest per year for 5 years. What would be the future worth? I repeat, rupees 2,000 will be invested this year at 12% compound rate of interest per year for 5 years. What would be the future worth? Now, this is very similar to a question. I am rephrasing the question so that you'll find that, yes, we certainly know the answer to this question. Had this question been, Mr. X borrowed rupees 2,000 this year at 12% compound rate of interest per year for 5 years, how much Mr. X will repay after 5 years? What will be the solution? Whatever will be the solution to the question I just uttered, The same solution you need to apply for the question that is you can see on your screen. Correct. There is no difference. Correct. Because the one I said, the one I uttered, you are more familiar with that pattern. That is why I uttered. Otherwise, there is no difference between the question I uttered and the question that is on your screen. Exactly same. And you see how the solution is you're going to find by applying the compound interest formula. You see the same formula that I had referred to, that you already know. A is equal to P times 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power t. So simple, 2000 times 1 plus 12% whole to the power 5. Answer is 3524.6. The answer is 3524.6. So normal compound interest formula you apply and you get the answer. Correct. So what is the reason that the same formula compound interest that we have already discussed, again I am discussing. The purpose is we are going to write the formula, the same compound interest formula, but we will be using different notations. Correct. Look at this. Look at this, the same compound interest formula. Now look at this. The same formula has been written. There is no difference between this formula and this formula. Absolutely same, almost same, identical. Only difference is we have used different notations here. Correct. What is A in the previous, the one you know? What is A? Amount. Amount after some time. Amount after 2 years. Amount after 5 years. For this question, it is given 5 years. That means amount after 5 years. So A means amount after 5 years. Is it not future worth? So that is why, that means future amount. After 5 years means future amount. So that is why instead of A, another notation has been used, that is FW, that is future worth. Correct. This is P. P means principal. Principal that you put at 2000 rupees here while solving, but this P stands for principal. And we have used a different notation for that, that is PW, present worth. ये जो 2000 रुपए, I assume there are no foreign students in your group, so because I'm speaking bit Hindi, so I assume that there are no foreign students in your group. If at all it is there, please let me know. So so this P, where you put, it means principal, and you put a 2000 rupees while solving. This is nothing but the present worth. Means this 2000 rupees that is invested this year, what is its value this year? Same 2000 rupees. So is it not the present worth? So that is why instead of P, you can easily use PW, which is present worth. So two difference only. Instead of A, which is amount after 5 years, we have used FW, that is future worth. Instead of P, which means principal, we have used another notation, that is PW, that is present worth. At today, what is its worth? Today's worth is 2000, so PW, a rest is same, 1 plus R by 100 or 2 So you need to remember this formula. You need to remember this formula. FW is equal to PW times 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power t. Correct. This you already knew, but what about the next question? The next question is up to you to decide, is it the same question or a different question? You find same 2000 rupees, you find same 5 years, but what is the difference between this question, question number 6 and question number 7? Hell and heaven difference. Correct. Because question number 7 is rupees 2000 will be invested each year, and here the difference, here lies the difference, because the previous question was this year, but this question is each year for the next 5 years at 12% compound rate of interest per year. Question missing, what will be the future worth? The same question. What will be the future worth? Correct. Now, if you know only this formula, you can still solve this question. The second question, question number 7, you can still solve question number 7 even if you only know this formula, this compound interest formula. But only problem is that will involve a lots of calculations, because if it will be for more than, let's say, 10 years, 20 years, then that is going to be very tedious process. Correct. So that is why, but I assume you understand how the solution will be made to this question. That is, rupees 2000 will be invested each year for the next 5 years at 12% compound rate of interest per year. So what will be the solution? If you know only this formula, you will be finding for each year. आपको हर साल का निकालना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि सवाल पूछा है कि व्हाट इज द फ्यूचर वर्थ. बाद में आपको समेशन ऑल करना होगा, और आप वो जब करेंगे तो आपको हर साल का पावर घटा के करना है, बिकॉज since you know only this formula, and if you will be asked to solve this question, if you apply this formula, that will be a very lengthy process, क्योंकि आपको हर साल का निकालना पड़ेगा. And after you do that, then summation all, and it will be a very tedious process, time consuming process. Correct. So luckily a formula is there. Again, a derivation not required for you. So FW is equal to PW times 1 plus R whole to the power T minus 1 whole divided by R. I repeat, FW is equal to PW times 1 plus R whole to the power T minus 1 whole divided by R. This is the formula. Again, you need to remember. Now, you see, there can be a confusion, because in present worth method also we used a formula very similar to this, but what is the difference? The difference lies in the denominator. In present worth method, we have solved a similar formula. We had used a similar formula, and that formula's numerator was same, absolutely same, but the denominator was different. There, the denominator was R whole into 1 plus R whole to the power T. That was for present worth method. But for this, future worth method, this is the formula. FW is equal to PW times 1 plus R whole to the power T minus 1. You see, it looks like T minus 1. It's not T minus 1. It's minus from the whole term. 1 plus R whole to the power T minus 1. Whole divided by R. And on putting the value, you get 12,706. 12,706 is the answer. Now, extremely important to understand. Just look at question number 6 and 7. Two different formulas have been written. Very important to understand when to use which formula. Correct. So when to use which formula? I'm waiting if someone will answer, else I'll answer. Let me drink some water. If someone will answer, I'll be very glad. When to use? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, when to use which formula? This first formula, this compound interest formula, you already know. You already know. So when to use this formula? When there is a single amount given and you need to find out its future worth. For example, I'll tell you, like this question makes it clear that this year 2000 has been invested and you need to find out its future worth. So the first formula should be used. FW is equal to PW times 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power t. The second one, where you should use it, where for a number of years it is given. For a number of years, we call it in this context of in the context of project evaluation, it is called annuities. What is annuity? Example, as this question number 7 says, this is a problem of annuity. Rupees 2000 will be invested each year for next 10 years, or rupees 20,000 will be spent every year till next 20 years. Correct. So that is, this two statements I made, these are annuity statements. Why? Because every year a particular amount is either being invested or being spent. There, for solving this kind of problems, you need to use the second formula. Correct. I hope you understood. I hope I am still audible. Now we are ready to go. After this formula, we can solve this question. Again, starts with the same way, single project decision rule. Single project decision rule, and which is absolutely similar to the decision rule that you had for present worth method. Correct? So if FW is greater than 0, accept. There it was if NPW is greater than 0, accept. यहाँ पे FW क्यों? क्योंकि अब फ्यूचर वर्थ मेथड की बात हो रही है. वहां पे था NPW लेस देन 0 रिजेक्ट, यहाँ पे होगा FW लेस देन 0 रिजेक्ट. वहां पे था NPW इक्वल टू 0 डिपेंड्स ऑन द इन्वेस्टर, यहाँ पे है FW इक्वल टू 0 डिपेंड्स ऑन द इन्वेस्टर. So no difference, only here it is FW instead of NPW. So single project, if FW becomes 0, because you are going to solve similar kind of questions. So that is why remember this decision rules for single project and look at this question. Look at this question. See, you're not asking, but I doubt whether you understand this or not. If you understand, fine, I don't have a problem. So this question number 8 that you see on your screen, let us solve this question. You can ask me as many questions. Whenever there is a problem, please ask me. But make sure that you understand this question. And the question is, as you can see, you are very, I think you are familiar now with this kind of questions. So you see time and cash flows are given. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So time and cash flows are given. 0, 1, 2, 3. Cash flows minus 90,000, then 15,500, then 40,600, then 70,700. Rate of interest is given to the right. R is 12%. Again, to reiterate, if nothing is mentioned, it is compound interest per annum. You see, this is the question. And what is the meaning of the question? I assume you understand that a project requires an initial investment of 90,000 rupees. That is why it is in minus. And the revenue, the company expects to get a revenue of 15,500 after 1 year, 40,600 after 2 years, 70,700 after 3 years, respectively. If rate of interest is 12% compounded annually, question is not written here, but the question, you know, question is, should this project be accepted or rejected on the basis of future worth method? I repeat, should this investment plan be accepted or rejected on the basis of future worth method? Correct. That is the question. Correct. So look at the solution. Look at the solution and tell me if you understand this or not. For the sake of better understanding, I'll do one thing. Hope you'll understand this. For a while, let me assume this question is to be solved using present worth method. Let us suppose ये क्वेश्चन को प्रेजेंट और मेथड में सॉल्व करने के लिए बोला गया है, 1 मिनट के लिए मान लेते हैं. हालांकि फ्यूचर वर्थ मेथड बोला गया है, बट क्योंकि मैं कंपैरिजन करना चाहता हूं तो थोड़ी देर के लिए मान लेते हैं कि यही सवाल को आपको प्रेजेंट वर्थ मेथड में सॉल्व करने के लिए कहा गया. तो आप कैसे करेंगे? मैं लिख रहा हूं, फिर मिटा दूंगा. मैं लिख रहा हूं. क्यों मैं ऐसा कर रहा हूं? क्योंकि आपको एनपीडब्ल्यू शायद समझने में आसानी होगा. एनपीडब्ल्यू इज इक्वल टू प्रेजेंट वर्थ मेथड में सॉल्व करना है. तो क्या करूंगा? पहले माइनस सी नॉट करूंगा, -90,000 90K लिख दे रहा हूं. 90K मीन्स 90,000. ओके, वैसा का वैसा छोड़ूंगा उसको, -90,000 लिख के. क्यों? क्योंकि प्रेजेंट वर्थ मेथड में अगर करना है तो 0 टाइम पीरियड में 90,000 इन्वेस्ट हुआ है, तो 0 टाइम पीरियड में उसका वैल्यू भी 90,000 ही है, तो इसमें कोई बदलाव नहीं है. फिर क्या करूंगा? प्लस. मैं देखूंगा कि ये जो रिटर्न है सब अलग है. पहला साल का है 15,500, दूसरे साल का है 40,600, तीसरे साल का है 70,700. So that is why I cannot use the shortcut formula that I know, that formula 1 plus r whole to the power t minus 1 whole divided by r whole into 1 plus r whole to the power t. I cannot use this formula. So क्या करूंगा? I'll be asking the first question. And what is that? What is the present value of 15,500 rupees that I am supposed to receive after 1 year? And what will I do? R1 by 1 plus r मैं करूंगा. R1, or I'm writing values. So should I write the values? Not really required. I hope you understand. R1 by 1 plus R. And what I'll do? I'll write 15,500 divided by 1 plus R, 1 plus 12%. As simple as that. Now my second question will be, what is the present value of 40,600 rupees that I am supposed to receive after 2 years? And the answer will be given by R2 divided by 1 plus R whole square, 1 plus R whole square. That will be the second term, and I'll be putting 40,600 in the place of R2 divided by 1 plus 12% whole square. And my third question will be, what is the present value of 70,700 rupees that I am supposed to receive after 3 years? And that will be given by, so R3 by 1 plus R, which is 12%, whole to the power 3Q. So R1 is different from R2, which is different from R3, and this will give me the answer. I'll after the end, I look at the value. If it is greater than 0, I'll say yes, this project should be accepted. If it is less than 0, I'll say no, this project should not be accepted, this should be rejected. But ये तो था, but this was about present worth. This was about present worth method. अरे कौन है अनम्यूट करके? Let me just wipe it. This is the last question we'll be discussing, don't worry. But Please focus. We have 10 minutes left. So I want you to understand this. So it will be very complicated. That is why I'm deleting all this. Okay. Okay. Is there anything that I can wipe this with a single click? I don't know. Okay, now we can discuss. You see, but this question, this was the things I was writing, that was about present work method, but this question is not on present work method, this is on future work method. So try recalling the statement, the very first statement that was written when I started future work method. And what was written? Let me remind you. The future work method helps to obtain the equivalent worth of cash flows at the end of the lifespan of a project. Correct. So you see, I am solving any question you can ask. So look at this question: 0, 1, 2, 3 minus 90,000 plus 15,500, 40,600, 70,700. So now the reference point in present work method, what was the reference point? This 0 time was the reference point in present work method. But in future work method, the reference point is going to change. The goalpost is going to change now. The goalpost will be here because this is future work method. That means at the end of third year. So the first question you will be asking is this investment, regarding this investment which you are making at present, and life of the project is 3 years. So the first question you are going to ask is, what is the present worth of 90,000 rupees that you are investing today? I repeat, sorry, I don't know. I repeat, what is the future worth, or what is the worth of 90,000 rupees that you are investing today after 3 years? That will be the first question. I repeat again, your first question will be, what is the value of 90,000 rupees that you are investing today after 3 years? Okay, that is the first question. And what will answer? Normal compound interest formula will answer minus. This minus we are giving, I hope you understand. This 90,000 is investment. These are all revenues. So that is why the idea is to subtract cost from revenue. So that is why 90,000, negative 90,000. But do you understand this or not? Simple question you asked, what is the value of 90,000 rupees that you are investing today after 3 years, given a rate of interest of 12% compound rate of interest? And the answer is very simple. This one, the normal compound interest formula that was discussed in question number 6. When I started, you can use that. So minus 90,000 into 1 plus 12 by 100 or 3. So 12 by 100 means 0.123. Okay. So keep focusing, keep focusing. Now the reference point is here. That was the first question. What is the second question you are going to ask? The second question that you are going to ask is 15,500 you will be receiving after 1 year of the start of the project. That's what you find in the question. When the project starts at 0 point time, after 1 period or 1 year, you are going to receive 15,500. But that is not important. What is important is, you need to find out the value from this to this place. That means, what is the value of this 15,500 from this time period to this time period, and for how many years? You see, for 2 years, because the reference point is always future time period. third year is the reference time. So that is why the second question you will be asking is, what is the future value of 15,500 rupees you are supposed to receive after 1 year of the start of the project? Or if I'll rephrase the question, what is the value of 15,500 rupees that you hope to get after 1 year of start of the project after 3 years? And what will you do? You see, same compound interest formula, 15,500. But here, what do you think? Since only 2 years are left for the completion of the project, so you need to find out the value from this to this. You see, according to the power is not 3, the power is 2. 15,500 times 1 plus r by 100 whole to the party, it is 2. Now the third question will be asking is, and before that you see 40,600 you hope to get in the second year after 2 years of the start of the project. And since the reference time is future, you need to find out its value from this to this, from here to here. So that means, what question you are going to ask? What is the future value of this 40,600 that you are supposed to receive after 2 years? So that means you need to find out only its worth after 1 year, because only 1 year is left for the completion of the project. So that is why you see 40,600 times 1 plus 12% only. You can make a power of 1 here. If it is not written, you can make a power of 1 here. Correct? Last one. The question says, you are likely to get 70,700 rupees after 3 years. And the reference point is after 3 years. So what is the value of 70,700 rupees that you're supposed to receive after 3 years? After 3 years, the same amount, 70,700, no change, because this one will not be earning any rate of interest, because that is occurring in the very same time period that we have taken it to be the reference time. So 70,700, correct? And this will give you the answer. Let me look at the answer. Before that, I erase just a second. 2-3 minutes left. So let us look at the solution, and any questions you have is always welcome. Just a second. Okay. Now look at the solution. Look at the solution. 9187. 9187. Positive. 9187. Correct. So I don't know. I would have asked some questions that would have given you better insight into this, but I don't think any one of you are doing or solving it right now. So I'm not asking. Else it would have given you better insight. I would have asked you, you know what I would have asked? Let me tell you. I'm not asking, but I should tell you what I was supposed to ask you. I was thinking of asking, please tell me the value of only this. Please tell me the value of only this. Then I was thinking of asking, please tell me the value of entirely this. Correct. After, if you would have answered, I would have given you a better insight into this future method. Correct. Iska value mein puchta, tell me. Then I would have asked you that tell me the value of entire this term. How much? So that would have given you better understanding of the concept. Okay, but I don't think anyone of you are doing. So, but still 9187, since the decision rule says 9187, since the decision rule says that if FW is positive, project should be accepted. So that's what you see, and always write your conclusion this way. Since FW is equal to 9187, which is greater than 0, this project should be accepted. Correct. So that's how you need to solve. The next question is similar but bit different. So we'll discuss that. Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask or you can leave. Thank you, everyone.